How is your Thursday? Bahrain, how is Bahrain? Zedeko. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Paul. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm painting and I'm painting the podcast video. We're talking about the podcast here. Yeah, of course, I'm painting other places as well. Now we're talking about the podcast here. But then I won't painting now. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well today, Thursday. So I think Senga government ibadde gaba award. This place where you renew permits from, it would get you guys. Guno musiti mwagala guli bwe guti temwagala ko bintu byange bino. But nabijje kongezese. I get because this is what I put initially, and I removed them just to see Madam Martha, Director Martha Academy. Mwayogeredde omusipi gwange nengamba kangezese ekyamwe kino bwe kiti kyemwagala kiri ordinary. Omusipi gwange naye ngufudde super. I had made it super. Hey, good morning Remy Lewis, Abby, Jerome. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Thursday, random talk. Yesterday I went to renew my driving permit. And I can tell you that the other organization is the most efficient in Uganda currently, between government. I was not there for 2 hours. No. I think about the I think we never did to have a daban to name Bidi. And to have a daban to name Bidi. And yeah, irang in a Gulanda. Wait, you remember when I was telling you guys about to have a more Baba? Payo bili. Payanda koti bili. Ne receipt yange yalu. Nabadde mbagamba nti abantu tebakyakola ki? Tebakyasiiga langi, basiigana koti nga mulowooza nsaawe. Ndakoti nga anyirira, omuntu ayinza okusiigira ndakoti n'otandika okulaba nga ndakoti teweetaaga langi ddala nga ndakoti akumala. Ndakoti okulaba nga akumala. Alijimpadde esatu. Leka kola receipt eri mannyago era. Giteke mannyago eyo receipt gyokola nayo. 1, 2, 3, 4. After my permit expired 2 years ago, they will add on my class B. They will. You can go by lapsed permit, I think that's what they call it. You can come and order and you apply. Yeah, pressure covered the kite. At a point, no one the guys on TikTok, Bavuma, good morning, Funny Lifestyle, Kagwa Dennis, good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah. So I went to renew my permit. The organization in general is very efficient. However, she was very rude. Very rude. And I think yongerako bucket endala zibe 3. Awo bonzirizayo meka. Good morning, Mr. Arthur. Can connect me to who works on it? No. The way you don't have a permit. If you don't have a permit, then just go to a driving school. But if you have a permit, renewal should be easy. It's only when you want to do extension that you need the driving school. Like now, I'm going to do extension. You don't never take more extension. You take more class and that. That's where you need. To use the driving school. But what is happening with me is I believe that as a man, you always need to have a fallback plan. I've seen men come from having everything to having nothing. So the reason why I'm putting classes in my driving permit, embeera bw'eba ekusazeeko ng'omusajja kyetaganga onyamu skill ekyetaga nnyo kwongerera gy'olina. But for us people that love cars, that's why I'm including classes. Njagala nteekemu paka oba ku sino track oba ku kizibeeremu embeera bw'ebijja oba olina fallback position. But I will also use undercoat nedda mu nnyumba eyo inoteekamu langi. But you know, business premises ebiseera ebimu kati mu office muoteekamu naye, but these other places bayo kyandakot one wendi kwaduweya tebasooka undercoat. Ate for them, they did not even use this expensive undercoat that I'm buying. They use the cheap one. Jinte the side zeeri waba to balancing. Hey. Good morning, Richard. Tsubuga, how are you? Yes, I have a Facebook account, but it's not for the love of cars. Kanize nkumanja yenku 5 kuba zino nkuwa mu 6. I left mine in process. I had paid everything. And my visa came back before I got it. Maybe I'll have to do a new one. It's now 1.5. Ugenda kuddamu era. Olina kuddamu. But I personally think that ng'omusajja as a man, buli skill gy'olina olina okubaako ne documentation. Nti kati abamu kumwe gyemuli muli muvuga, you're driving. So whenever you can come and add a class, take a class ya taxi, take a ya coaster, take a ya lorry, you get take a ya bus when you are at the right age. I think for buses, not everyone can get that class for buses. We know kubanga you have driven for some time and then you have an age threshold. Yeah. But with class you also want to take him, you lose nothing. Hey. Avoid being behind these lorries, by the way. Of course, some of them, when the brakes fail, the thing doesn't move. It just stops there in its tracks. But for those that move, it can crush you. It can crush you. Chuli yingi ni baba. Sina yingi ni ina sauti. Echa yakachiti se. Government is now buying these Mazda trucks. These Mazda pickups. I think they are comfortable and they are cheap. Because you may find that the Hilux is being sold at 250 million. But then this one is sold at 180 million. So in actual sense, omuntu wa procurement nga alaba sales yaluguzemu pickup trucks satu wali eza Toyota agula nya eza Mazda. It would make more sense even for me, especially if we have a Mazda dealer who can give us spare. And these trucks, I'm sure they have warranty because they are brand new. So yeah. But anyway, in your house you're going to paint once every 5 years. But you know, at office, at workplaces, I paint literally every year. I painted last year, I'm painting this year, and it's this year that I made the discovery that undercoat actually looks good. Undercoat looks good. You're right, but when those big trucks turn off, you have to pull the handbrake there and then. But for someone, me, I try, but if you're going uphill, I try as much as possible to be in front of those trucks, not behind. And if you're going downhill, I try as much as possible to be behind them and not in front of them. I try. It's not like something bad is going to happen, but in case it happens, I want to be on the safe side. Which take it. I don't want to be on the wrong side of fate. I know I don't want to test God. You try to test God and the guy is busy. He has dedicated, the angel, he has dedicated his work to. He's not, he's absent-minded. Kabondi kamukaka no baina Mark 2 grand emo bili satu abagala Mark 2 grand. This guy has 3 Mark 2 grands. He has 1 Mark X. He has 1 Mark 2 Musota. He has 3 Primo new models. So cut for you guys that want to buy from bonds. That's kaka kabondi awe kawempe. You can go and check it out. I'm not endorsing it. I'm making it clear. I don't endorse any bond. Because those guys are businessmen. Bajja kukubako bacho bachi. Ate bote bafa kukuza moroka ambi. Kasaba banga bakola amagoba. Toyota Isis compared to Sienta. Oh, it's not good comparison. Not a good comparison, but the Isis beats Sienta in any way. The Isis is a better car of the two. Weziki de bate we tating at is but true. There is no Chibina. Chibina tezichara bika Chibina zidi mbantu. If you want to buy Chibina, you go to the ground. You don't be moving in bonds. They will steal your money for nothing. If you want to buy a Chibina, you go to the ground. You go to mechanics, you go to parkings. That's where you'll find Chibinas being sold. Alteza mujiraba ejayiyo Alteza, but that's the Alteza estate. The Chikumi kwefia. Chikumi is a niska. Nange mvuga Chikumi, by the way. This is the Chikumi new model. Nange mvuga Chikumi. And those Chikumis are as reliable as these Corollas. Literally every car that has the word Corolla is reliable. Neighbor abanyina Benz genda bano muka parking kaka na akakubo wana. Benz ndoze tulidemu emyaka. Banzi jemba we mu 5. Ngine faafagane nayo. Ate nafa sivuze ku Benz. Mvuge ku Benz. Tesobola kunemerera. Oba yingini oba giyambisa. And it's a good car. It really looks nice. Good number plate. And those are the people that buy cars without actually knowing what the implication of driving in Mercedes-Benz is. Because Mercedes-Benz means more expense. But your car is very quiet. My car, it's new, Edwin. I'm telling you. Ate kati banango yongedde okujinjagaza. Leave it alone. Leave this Corolla alone. Kati eno Corolla, sometimes I start thinking about it's a performance car. Then I attach my performance car. Kati ana yabandi yayigiriza abantu okuba engombe. no some muntu ngavuga emotoka ngeyo V8 ninga akuba engombe emotoka ina kuba executive ora banze mvuga kukorora mukorora ne don't hoot. Why you be hooting when you're driving a V8? But anyway guys, today is random car talk Thursday. Manyingenda zituma mujja na kutia random car talk. Like abo baby bugenda ku somero. At that age I don't know what the problems of those kids are, but they also think that they are going through a rough time. You know, at every stage that you reach, you think you're going through the roughest of periods. Remember, in my senior one, I thought life was hard. Senior 4, I thought life was hard. S6, I thought life was hard. At Makerere, I never thought life was hard because I was paying my tuition and I could get the money. I just thought that life was challenging in terms of decision making, and yeah. But then when I got out of campus, life was hard. It was hard because atekati you guys fata bakulidde mu family nga tezirina sente. Family enjavwe. We have a erengera kino kibaby ekito. We have a lot of challenges because our challenges are that bw'okulya mu family nga sente ina sente tetuzimanya nabo tebazimanyi. Okugagawarako your limitations to getting money are very many, starting from home. And I think that's the most challenging thing with people like me that grew up from poor backgrounds. I won't say humble, because poverty makes you humble. That's why abana babagaga tebali humble. They have no reason to be humble. Mr. Arthur, Ipsum 2.0 is the same as Chibina fuel consumption. It takes almost, the difference is negligible. The difference is negligible. All 2-liter vehicles consume almost the same. Ilaka difference wakaba au kabaka miruzinga 10 miruzinga 5 like that. The difference is negligible. Don't buy a 2-liter vehicle expecting it. Why? Because those cars literally weigh the same. Of course the Ipsum weighs a little more, but even the Chivina is not light. So the consumption will literally be the same. Because if it's 2-liter, you will find that both cars have a 2S engine. 2S consumes the same regardless of the car. Good morning, Isaac. Andrew Okaye. Japan used parts better than new ones, like shocks, and what are the common issues in Mark X? Japan used spare parts are better than new. I've tried, trust me. There is a time I bought this, the cross, by mechanic. Then, Japan. Then there are these CV joints. The Japan used CV joints outlive the new CV joints, and even the way those things break, the ones for the new ones, your car, they will break and your car will even just stop. It happened to me once. Yet the Japan ones, they can break down and you drive it for a year without your car stopping to move. So Japan used spare parts are better than new spare parts. That's something I can't tell you why, but I think the new Chinese things, the quality is just bad. The quality is just bad. The Mark X suspension is the issue. Also the car is low, okay, and also it's rear wheel drive. Those are the only disadvantages I know. Other than that, if anyone breaks down the Mark X engine, they are just a spoiler. We have a Mark X the suspension will cost you some money to fix, yet since because of our roads, you'll be repairing the suspension more often. Then of course it's rear wheel drive, which means if you live in slippery roads, okay, if you move on slippery roads, many times you'll be suffering. But also if you find a 4-wheel drive, because they will tell you category 4-wheel drive, A 4-wheel drive markets will consume a lot of fuel. Kujako we buy a pressure. There's some 4-wheel drive cars that have a button, that will be okay. Obuchi banange situkana chimbadde. Obunege babu ita bunege kwebuza makanika ino mgamba akanegi kankayo no lesera obata akategere. Good morning Arthur and Calavers. Yes, good morning Council. My math is now telling me Corona 190 half-light is the best choice because even a tree shed mechanic can fix it. I think mechanics can fix literally everything. The one thing that I've seen with VVTi cars, the challenge that I've seen with almost all VVTi cars, especially the 1NZ engine, because I've seen so many cars have the 1NZ, is the fuel air ratio. These cars have a lot of problems. And it takes a long time for you to see it. It takes a long time for you to see it. Kati, there is another, you see the issue that Micah is having. I saw an Alex that was having the same issue. I saw a Spacio that was having the same issue. And for those ones, it's not like they were changing engines. The young engine, but with the Spacio, they didn't change the engine. With the Alex, they didn't change the engine, and the same problem happened with both those cars. So I find that these cars, VTI cars, they require a mechanic that does research, not a mechanic that simply wants to do what he knows. That's when you will have peace. Yet with the Chibina, your mechanic can simply do what they know. With the Ipsam, no need to research. Yeah. But also, Innocent, I find that spare parts for the Chibina are the same price as spare parts for my Corolla. Yet the fuel consumption for my Corolla is less. Yeah, so spare parts for all cars are literally the same, at the same cost right now. That's one thing I've realized, because Chibina Najibugako last 2 years ago, I drove a Chibina. I drove a Mark II. I drove Ipsam. There's a more occasion I spare pumping. Of course, I never mechanic and abo baby. Tajako agara kunyanga raze. Good morning. Can you change one? Yes, you can, but is it worth it? Because engineer primo bagisera. Ya 1.5 inzo jikuza million. Is it worth it though? That's one thing you need to think. Do the math whether if it's worth it. Because if you're going to change a 1.5 liter, 1.8 liter to 1.5, there are chances that you may need to change the gearbox. There are chances you may need to change the gearbox. Then you also need to change the computer. You'll also need to change the chiwaya. The chiwaya is that bunch of wires that come from the computer to the engine. So you may find that there are a lot of things for you to change. So you have to ask yourself, is the cost worth it? Because then you don't even change a half engine, you change a full engine. Because all nozzles, so you have to ask yourself, is the cost worth it? I personally, I'd find that it's not worth it. It's only worth changing the engine if the engine that was in the car broke down and you're simply putting a new engine of the same make. But what did you just put ogula nakawanga togula na engine number. So you can change, but the cost might not be worth it. It might be you wasting some of your money, and I'm sure no man wants to waste their money. Yeah, so if you don't want to waste your money, you choose a engine kujamu 1.8 or 1.5 milike. The way guys are selling their CVT cars cheaply, UBL are you sure? I think the gearboxes fail on them. Don't do service on your gearboxes. Don't. If you buy a car that has a CVT, leave the gearbox alone. Leave it alone. Morning, Salmin. Why do the newer Voxes overheat? Mostly, I hear they complain about 2005. Now, the issue with the newer Voxy and the newers of that model, they don't have a temperature gauge. Now, if you're reckless and you don't check your water levels on the regular, your car is bound to overheat. It's a motor kazina botara. You know those lights, the blue light and the red light? The car starts with the blue light. By the time it shows you the red light, the car is overheating. Now, majority of our people don't really know the right way to maintain a car. So what they do is they just drive every morning and that's what they do. So that's why the cars themselves actually don't have a problem. The Voxes, people have driven them for years. Because I've been doing research, there's a time I wanted to buy a new one. The interest is slowly dying away. But those cars have no problem. Corolla Axio. The Corolla Axio is okay. I think we have been talking about it, Patrick, for some time. The Axio shares the spare parts with the Corolla, with the Primo, some spare parts with the Wish, Alex, so it's a very nice car. Just buy. Good morning, Maximian. Good morning, Griffin. Yes. Random car talk. Kati your Ractis say you jiraba. That Ractis has a CVT. It has a CVT. Nearly primarily the mass or the mass of Gachigege. It also has a CVT. CVT gearboxes are generally complicated. I told about Bazungu. The Moroka is okay. Bakaba CVT. Katorofe. Muna Uganda wawe. Why would the CVT not give us trouble? Atekati bana Uganda nabala mwine chintu chimu. You're easily convinced. You go to a petrol station to do service for your car and they convince you make gearbox to choose. Katateko, when you buy, you need to ask, does this car have a CVT? Google, you can Google. Google has that information. You're buying a car, you're buying a 2010. Google, does my 2010 Primo have a CVT gearbox? And confirm. Nabagamba CVT gearbox oil. Bamuteka munga, it's supposed to even last a lifetime. Which take gear. Nekati kwe moroka wakajigula eriko kilomita 400 ogenda kukyusa CVT gearbox oil. Lwaki tobona abona. And the CVT gearboxes are 4 million and above. 4 million is like the bare minimum for a CVT gearbox. The Oppa is a good car. It shares the engine with the Primo new model if you get the one that has a VVTi engine. Because there are those that have a normal EFI engine. But if it has a VVTi engine, it shares the engine with the Primo new model. Makes it a very good car. JK, kulikayo. Bana ite mwirabira nkola pre-purchase inspection. And I can tell you this. Omuntu ayina million mukaga kukawanse modoka ogireka currently. Naddala ngo ina million mukaga kukawanse naye nga ate oyagala vuga Primo new model. Mundeke. I know I want money na ye need the mundeke. The people that have 5 million first invest that money. If you have 5 million and you're okay driving a Chibina, it's okay, we can look for the Chibina. But if you have 5 million and you're saying Sivuga Moroka anka dendeka, and the people that have small money, bero ndo buntu teina mepira. Simanyi ndabirwa mu njatifu. Ngana abakuleza Moroka eze million 2 basi kunange ndabirwa mu njatifu na ateka mu ndabirwa. Gowe million 5. Otandika okujja osumbuwe atha mutambule Kampala mu mwaleko. Oyagala gula spasio ne million zo 5. Oyagala gula Markex ne million 5. Mundeke sagala bintu bya kunchawa. Sagala bintu byakunchawo. Bana people can disturb. Kati ngatta mpite Sapporo mpite eno mpite Sapporo mpite eno. Kampite eno. Sapporo naye manyo okutama. Eyina ebinnya ate ne kajjamu nako bwe kakwali. Soberwa. Arthur, many Mark X are being sold rapidly. In your opinion, what fuel? You guys, you joke with 2.5 liters, as Yeke would say. 2.5 liters. 2.5 liters. It means that car can even take a liter, can even take you for 3 kilometers if you don't maintain it properly. I'm telling you. A moroke ya 2.5 liters, a liter can even take you for 3 kilometers. Chitegeza nvuga wanokuva wanokutuka kubilinga enywedde liter ya mafuta. And also, maintenance for Mark X is not that affordable. Bananga abantu avuga moroke enkadde tebagala kubayingiramu. Mulaba wakarawumu. Awuli wa primo bwa muyingiramu abanga amututeko ekibumba. Laba. Chebava batomera n'okutomera. No wasupa custom chechi. Munzaba ombagala. Nkuyingiramu ne nkujja ne kukubo. Already the primo guy was in front of you. Why don't you let him enter? Balabi. Obwongo obunafu. Omusajja go obuvuga rawumu eyo ngondaba. Andiko okulowooza ng'omuntu eri akulanyeko. Someone can be in front of you and not be ahead of you, because both of you are going to different places. Ku 6 million oyinza okunfunira sino track kale wulira Salumeni mwebengo ba you people, some people can have expectations. Some people can have expectation. Someone comes to you with 10 million and they want to buy a Toyota Isis Prantana. Okay? When the minimum price for a good Prantana is 16 million, someone comes with 10 and they say, Arthur, nze nkwadana go gwamanyi. Olwokuba nabagamba nja bayambanga ko okunoonya. Mwene mulowooza nti ebibalemerera imuletewa Arthur. Mundeke. So remember the guy that wanted to do Uber. Twale magana ku visitor. Nanyiriyo ayagala 10 million. These guys are offering him 9. Nembagamba mmanye ne moroke nja batawanya mugirekete mwina sente zaayo. So he calls me later and says, my brother is telling me to buy a Corsa. You know, I asked him, if you are ordering for Uber and a Corsa came, would you sit in it? Because the people that order for Uber also have those Corsas. But someone orders for Uber to sit in a comfortable car. I'm not saying the Corsa is uncomfortable, but would you sit in a Corsa? Someone is driving you from Mukono to Kampala. You order for one Uber and the Corsa comes. Because the fact is all Corsas are maximum is UAM for Corsas. Which take it. So you order and the Corsa comes and you sit here. And he said, no, I wouldn't. So I asked him, so why are you buying a Corsa for Uber? So I told him, just get more money and make about 15 million to get a good car. Like a Primo or Spacio or Alex. Which take it. I really want to think that I gave him the right piece of advice. Alimate kutomera because omuntu gwaletanga muganda wate si muganda we. And you guys stop calling people that are not your brother's brother. Baja batomesa. We have been there. You know dira buroka wa mamotoka orokuba mu kuchalo kye kindo nango muita brother. Ate bananga abantu abava mu kyalo. You guys that come from the village this Taba road. You think every person that comes from your village, when they're in Kampala, they are your brother. They are not. If that person has the city in them, they will kunyangara as are you. Why are you Raum's UB series not as expensive as the old vehicles in UB series. I think it's same as Mark says. I think it's just something that is in your mind. You think they are not expensive because they are new, and these ones you think they are expensive because they are old. You would expect them to be cheap. I think it's just in your mind, Jerome. It's just in your mind. They are not. None of those cars is either expensive or cheap. Ne Arthur, tonavuga ku motoka when they used the bay. It's enough to get Joseph. So I talk about was Alex and Spacio because I'm planning for one soon. Those are very good cars. Of course, the Spacio has two versions. It has the 1.8 liter and the 1.5 liter. Depends on what you're going to use the car for, because the Spacio has 7 passenger seats. So what that means is that if you're going to always carry a lot of people, a lot of luggage, buy the 1.8 liter. But if you're going to carry 2 or 3 people, just the number of passengers, 1.5 is better. But the 1.5 1NZ is reliable. Na yatite wanga alanga 1.8. Kakati akemula bungana kukalaka nga akagalo kwate nnyo. Bampa zange nazikoze sagala munda banne bwevuga carefully sagala muntu akona ku bampa yange nakoze yo maso ne mabega zonna kati mpya zisinge motoka olupya zishanana. I worked on the front bumper and the rear bumper. That's why I'm very careful. I don't want to scratch my bumpers. I'm very careful towards that. Simana ya sarabinye obana ya arabyo musana. You know, this line normally moves faster. Million tano bagule bajaji, million tano ufune moroka na yate. The problem with people that have million tano, they disturb. Someone comes with million tano, they want my Corolla. Million 15 ngate newe 15 ayina kwogera nange bulungi. Toyota Oppa, Edwin, but then you get a Toyota Oppa. It's a very nice car. The Oppa is a nice car. Kosa is uncomfortable. Uncle to kids to Gani. Nang, I have someone that I helped buy a Kosa. My very first client from For the Love of Cars. Omsaji ya soko kumpe mtuara asa tumweta no kuva wano. Yagura Kosa. Neka kati achaji na ichari namu nyo. Bano bagenda kurubula bumper yanga bampita maso nedda. Mweyiye. Mugembe wala. Good morning, Nelson. How is a used car window? You big E at 25 million. It's okay. It's okay. You be your mostly was she a slave queen? She orders for Uber and the Kosa comes, she will chase you. Exactly. I think about slave queen we might not time with Uber. Kati ndaba wano omukazi ow'olubuto tasibye musipi. You people seat belts, zino seat belts zitaasa ffe abavuga emmoroka bw'oweekanga bw'oti omusipi gukwata naye ndowooza abantu abamu tebamanyi how seat belts work. That's how with Toyota Auris. It's not common on the local market, but the people who have them recommend them. They are very good cars. Abantu just tebasiima busiimi mmoroka. Kati Auris is a good car. It's just that the people don't like the car. But it's a very nice car. It shares spares with these other Corollas. You never say name out anyway. I'm here. Good morning, Antonio. Good morning, Solomon. My time will come, but trust me, my choices are Toyota ICC, Enter, Wish, or Raum, New Shape. How is it for Uber? Those cars are all good for Uber, but I would recommend you buy 1.5 liter. Leave the ICC alone. How often should one service a car? Kilometers bazi wandika ko kapapula. Normally it's 4,000 kilometers or 3,000, depending on which oil you used. But normally it's 4,000. Good morning, Arthur. Do you think it's possible to get a car that I can drive for just 2 months and sell it off almost the same amount of money? And which car would that be and how much? It's possible, but in 2 months, why don't you just hire a car? you're just going to hate people for nothing. Because if you want to sell a car in very fast, even those bond owners and brokers don't sell cars that fast. Otherwise, bonds with new cars would be empty. Me, I would not tell you to attempt that, because even when a car can fetch the same amount you bought it, 2 months is a very small time for you to say that can you get for 2 months into Ondilewo. Just hire a car for 2 months. You would spend like because they would ideally ask for. You can get a car that you can hire for 2 million a month, or even 1 million if you bargain properly. So you spend like 2 to 3 million to hire a car, and you hire the latest number plate. I find that it's better. No service costs, no nothing. You can go and hire a car but still the seat belt. That's what think of it. Banang, seat belt nagichusiza. Nentekawe yamwe gye mwagala. Are you happy? Are you happy? Somebody yalimu exponge sigundi yange badde comfortable nnyo nga ninga ali mu Land Cruiser. Kati nze naninga inesi yabisibikisipi tekiri comfortable. Nenga seat belt nakoze ebyamwe bimwagala ebyordinary nale mu seat belt nalina kufuula super. Sagara kuona ku bumper. Wait. Anyway, I'm joking. I know in a week in Jakubanji school achinze. Kati wano oyinaita katanga. Oyo jamu oyo we mulago oyo. Tajja kusoboka. Omuntu yenna ayina omulabufu. Ekino ekinya tekikulubule bumper yange. Kati wano omuntu yenna ayina omugezi oyita katanga. Era omuntu ayesiba mu jamu we mulago. Oba tomanyi bumanya kyonoonya. Mujjukira oyo omuyaye wa Kosa Bambi. Avuga kokosa kagagala kayike mipiire na mipya. Now he wants to get an Alex. Agaragula Alex ya $17,000. He has made enough money. That guy has told me that there is no cheating in life. You start with what you have. Nogena no yongerako, nogena no yongerako, nogena no yongerako. That was my first customer from For the Love of Cars, by the way. Netugula Kosa ya bulungi naye omukisa gwatukwata. Omanyi omuntu ogula Kosa nga bakagisamu engine mpya. Kati ng'omuntu ayinza okugula kati Corolla yange omanyi okweyagala kwaba agenda okubaako. Ogula Corolla eno nga engine inakasaamu mpya, bumper nakazikola, seat belt eriko ordinary. Of course, me, I would prefer the super seat belt. Nzikakanye era nzivudde kusigenda nakuddamu kuzoogera era wonompulira nga njogera ku kigambo ekyo siyinza nakuddamu kukyogerako. Naye mmwe amafuta ge nanywedde mu laavu feggulo mu ntambula zange kuba nagitambuzaamu ebbanga nga bampa zange tebannange ngambe sigenda kwogera ku bampa ng'emmoloka yange tebannagimala natambuza laavu feyo for some distances. Naye amafuta ge nanywedde mu lunaku lumu n'emmoloka eganywa wiiki namba mmwe kyekimu ku kinzita mugula nnuwa kati kinzita ntandika okufa nti pozi nga njigulira mmwe gisuubule mujje mumpe sente naye maama ene motoka mugireke. This car is heaven sent from heaven. Kati mulabe emulaga eri kajjamu gyekali bampitire na wano sawa meka sawa ta banka tezinaba. I have to make a payment angende ntuukeyo mpa alangi bo basiige How are Alphard cars on fuel? Alphard is 2.4 and 3 liter. Definitely you have to spend some money on fuel. Kati ewaffe nze eri gyembeera 35 kilometers from town. Alphard you can't manage. You will go broke buying fuel. or you will decide to buy Alphard and make it a taxi so that you find ways of recouping your fuel money. Kubanga 2.4 liter. After driving that RAV4 again, I was thinking to myself, the guys that are driving Harrier old model, you guys have money. You guys have money. Me I have allowed anybody that drives a car that is beyond 2000 cc. You have money. I have allowed. Arthur, me I will come as long as I get which I can repair slowly while driving. It's okay for me. Which means also Uber needs a status car for Mokla. Yes. You don't go to Uber like a special hire driver. Of course I can work for special hire, but even for special hire you won't get clients. But now for Uber you need cars that are look nice even on the interior, bichi, because most of the people are slay kings and slay queens, the people that order for Uber. Slay kings and slay queens. Kakati togenda twala chibina mu Uber. Toja twala chibina mu Uber. Jaba tokola. Morning, Arthur. Amina. Thank you for being here as well. How much is hiring? And people are trustworthy. You just go to companies. You can go to companies and negotiate. But there are also individuals that will hire you a car. But companies are better. Companies are better. There are plenty of companies. You can just Google car hire in Kampala. Amina, Paul. Any plug for hiring a car, Arthur? Thanks. Just Google. I don't normally the sagara cook. Timing belt. Timing belt. Mwagala jine misipi jiro dinaliti. Temwagaliza abantu. Balabye bantu mu bazibu. Omuntu nakwaro ekintu kyenacho fula super. No mwogerera ira paka bwakijjako agifula ordinary. It was weird. That's it. What first car would you recommend? 10 million. 10 million budget hata. If you can buy a Space your old model, you're good. A Vitz, you're good. Because the Vitz is the only VVTI car you can get at 10 million right now. Which take it. Space your old model, Vitz, Primo old model. There are chances you can get a Corolla like mine, in automatic. Inaitebula bika. Anange, a year ago I would have named the number of cars that you could get at 10 million. 10 million. Hey, you can get the new new model, 2004, 2005, the one that looks like the Vauxhall. But you just don't be picky about number plates. If you want to know where you will be picky about number plates, have about 16 million as well. Or sort of a UBA, UBB, and something like that. But Arthur, you seem to be a Toyota fan. No. I actually love Mercedes-Benz, but I've driven it before, and I find that the expense is not worth it, personally. And also, I don't drive cars because I want. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Katinze sichavuga moroka because I want. Mvuge moroka because it makes financial sense. As long as the car serves my purpose, I drive. I think that's the difference now. In the past nalinga mbugu umidira ningamba njagala because C200 when najivugira anangenga because actually with the Mercedes Benz era bojivuga na abakazi bakutunulira byanjawo kebere golf okitegeera but it's not about me being a fan of Toyota. I find that Toyota is very easy to keep on the road. It's very easy to maintain, very easy to drive. Okitegeera tesobola kulemerera. And I'm at a level where katinze level yange ya income tegula moroka za swagger. Moroka za swagger njazigula when I'm 45 or 50. Ngule ekibenzi kyange. Okitegeera. And you may find those walking are going to the same place you are going. But Uganda, many people do Futsubishi. Yes. Me, era mu Uganda mutuyina amalala g'obutatambula. I remember when I was in nsi gye nabulira, nyina ensi gye nagendamu, I think it was Sweden. You know those European countries, almost every place looks the same. The buildings look the same. I think because they use the same architects, they have the same. And so you can walk on like Kampala Road and it looks the same as Jinja Road, looks the same as Bombo Road. The streets almost look the same. So there is a place I went, Nebandekam Hotel Room. Now, I was broke when I went to that country. I was waiting for my per diem. And for me to get my per diem, I had to go to the concert house. For the guys that don't know, I'm a performer. So, sagala muntu andeta ko lujanja nze kukubira engombe nga nkubira ddala mu maaso. So I went to this country, nentambula okuva ku hotel when nali nsula up to the concert house. Mukudda nembula. Going to the concert house was straight. But then coming back I thought nali njise. So I ditched the map. Hey, nabula. Nentambulire sawa namanga jengenda situuka. Until I stopped someone. Ataba abantu abamu tebamanyi Luzungu, especially the old people. I think when I was performing atukola classical music which is mostly watched by old people. So era ne concert zaberanga nnyo before byabakadde byabantu abakulu. So until I stopped someone, I stopped like 4 people nga bonna tebogera Luzungu. Until I finally found someone that spoke English. Nga the only thing I have that can get me to my hotel was the key card. So I showed this person the key card and he directed me. So I walked for 2 hours and it was normal. People were moving. People kept moving. But here in Uganda, I think because also our weather, so you can walk. But people move. For 2 hours. Chokane yali alina okumpa per diem ku concert house samusanga yo. So I went there, I didn't see the manager that was supposed to give me per diem. I came back hungry. But you know ngaba na Uganda idabagezi, the hotel gives you bed and breakfast. So when I would go, keep my breakfast in the fridge. I pack breakfast, take upstairs to my room. So when I came back hungry, of course I had some euros remaining. When you're going abroad, you need to go with euros for taxi fare and all. I had some, I think I had like 10 euros. I think a burger ya euro satu. So after eating my breakfast that I had kept, ningene ku burger king in India kabachi burger menu cha mid cha euro satu. Gamba bulamu ne butambula. Never nang you people byonga bichali work hard so that you go abroad. Even if it's for holiday, go abroad. I'm telling you. Go abroad. That experience everyone needs to get it. Tofulumye ko ku Uganda no genda ke genda ke Norway, genda ke Sweden, genda ke Dubai. Oleme kufanga togenze kiruma nnyo nofa. Oli mu kofi nyawo naye oba oli mu sanda atogenze ko Bulaya. Kijja kuluma. Go abroad. When this sort of comment, that's why I'm not reading any comments, but I'm going to read the comments. But I see people now are cautious about border dangers. Someone sits on borders. Although border is dangerous, that's the issue. You see in Europe, all buildings look like that one. All of them look like that building. So it's very easy to get lost. You can tell. Osobola okumanya nti naye nyina we nalabya amabaati agatalaze n'omanya nti nyina we nalabya pothole ennene n'olambira bali abantu all their streets are the same. That's why it's very easy for one to get lost. Me, I got lost. And then Anangi, I have stories. There is a time I went to Brazil. Now there are stories I tell Nolabanga Alimba. I was young when I went to Brazil. I was young and broke. I didn't even have money to take me from the airport to the hotel. And that time I was working with the Norwegian embassy in Brazil. So they invited me. I came from campus, took my plane. I landed at Brazil, the airport Sao Paulo. I was at the beach. So but at the airport natuka ku airport nga sina sente omusajja yali avuga kibenzi ki 190 nemugamba but I don't have money to get me to the hotel. We get to the hotel, you get paid. Naye nga nange nkimanyi teri agenda musasula ku hotel. The guy drove me to the hotel. Then nengenda ku reception ngamba omukazi wa reception mpaka sente ko wa taxi nkwe passport yange na company nsasula wa taxi na agenda. So when the person the attaché yajja nampa set nange nsasula omukazi wa hotel and you have to be sharp, you have to have the sharpness of Uganda when you go abroad. So I survived in Brazil. 14 million would it get me a room in shape, Mr. Arthur Osienta, basically for pickup and drop. Yeah, that 14 million is good budget for a home new model and Sienta. But don't jana millions of kuminanya no gamba yagala UBG. Jakubo yagala kuncha wabuchai. People come with their 10, 12, 13, 14 million and they want a UBG. And rather than yagala kucha wabuchai. Emwe bampe empye nyuma naye yeralikiza labanze nabwe enfuka lulimba de envuga city ayo neka ntyayo n'okuyingira ekkubo nani kozi naga isigera kuddamu kwogera ku bampa $14 million is good budget for a home new model. Anti Raum zilimu ebika. There is the first new model, which is actually old new model. Then there's a new model. You see the UBF that UBF the UBF we bought was the new model. But then there is a new old model. Old new model. Kati may get the old new model. Zilimo obuka. But you can get even the new model, but not on like the latest number plate. Martha yatandika seatbelt campaign era paka bwe muwangudde. Martha, if possible, diversify to plots in and around Kampala. You must be a good guardian angel. Yetaka sibimanyi. Richard Joseph yetaka sibimanyi. Sijja kulimba. Me I'm a car enthusiast. I will stick to cars. Zemanyi. Raum old model boboso mulajireke. Kama tukako nze sikagala nakavuga weeks bidi nikatunda. One of the people that I was expecting for bought Raum. Of course I inspecting because yajikula chiro. Ene mugaiding. How much do you think they sell the Ubaras are for grand front and side and back? Obuntu winzo kuli akeme twalo ngano olowooza 10 yeah. Salmin, you want to do majorobero for the Mark 2 grand? I also thought about doing majorobero for my Corolla since I worked on the bumpers, but then I thought that would be a wastage of money. I decided let me buy KFC for my boys. That will be a memory they will never forget. I bought KFC. Of course KFC didn't even take all the money. Nze ekibalo kyange bana ngambala ebitanyuma mbala nnyo bala kwe kwanemeseza okugula bampa empya n'enkola eyange. Morning banange mwe bantu mwe sigenda basibula mulowooza lanji eno gyenvuggula egenda kwambuka eri waggulu temulaba nayo eno kamera nga terina angu egenda kwambuka ku floor ya 3 ku kizimbe kino naye maama yeyandeetera n'okulwala luli kangende nno n'omuvubuka gyagisitule kubanga ate omugagga ositula otya lanji nfulumye sente ate nfulumye n'amaanyi, but the paint is actually good exercise. Omuntu bw'oli okola reversing nga tofulumiza mutwe oba oyize mumuloka oba oyize kati nze nayiga nakitta anko nga tokiina Google Maps sikitegedde mazida muzireke njagala gendako Norway after coming back from Japan. Norway is a very nice country. I tell you people, I've heard people talk about racism. Me, I've experienced racism at least only once. I think I just don't pay attention to the negativity when I'm there. Racism I'm experiencing once the very first time I went to Norway. So there was this chick, I was 17, and there was this chick who was 17, and I had gone to their home, for like 2 days, and she took me to her peers, during summer. Those days when the sun doesn't go down, they go to rivers and all, and I was deep there in the village, and so we went to the river, and there were these guys that were trying to tease me, and I think they were teasing me because I'm black, but I didn't really pay attention to this. The chick was paying attention to me, and katifa abasajja tuyine tulondamu nze nalondamu kati omukazi bw'abampa attention gwe omusajja ne bumpalana. So just that. Enjala ekuluma. Kale Martha. Temuina service lift. Tetuina service lift man. Kino ekizimbe kyadda. Kino ekizimbe bakizimba mu 1970 what? Liko ne date by the way. Date nga sijirabo. Ekizimbe kirina ne date naye gwe ky'omanya nti ekizimbe kino bakizimba ne bakiteekako ne insurance yakyo yaggwako dda. Kyadda dda nga bw'okiwulira. Omuntu alina okukola amajobera. I tried to check in Kiseka nga tebuliiyo, and they told me to go to Ndeba obwayise. Obumu bakola bukole babuteeka babwokyako bwokya. Travelers should explore Switzerland. It's a very beautiful country in the countryside. The Alps are magnificent. Muwulidde bannange ngendeke Switzerland. Bannange bagayi nnyo basiibula. Don't forget, I do pre-purchase inspection. I'm your guardian angel when you're going to buy a car to make sure you don't make mistakes. I make sure we bargain. I make sure we get a good car. And so far, abantu betugulidde emmotoka, they are very, very happy. I think omuntu emwe yafuna bad experience and a bad experience yagifuna because namugamba ekyokukola n'atakikola n'agenda ewa makanika ne bamunyangalaza. Yagenda ewa makanika n'amunyangalaza. Normally when I tell you, nemugamba makanika wange mukole bwoti ne bwoti ne bwoti, kyoba okola teweegeziwaza. Nze oli omuntu wange ndudde naye mumanyi hi Ben Kako, ndudde naye mumanyi manyi n'engeri gye mukwasaganya. Then I sell tracking devices. Morning, Paul, Mugalasi, Sere Kostach, Martha, Jerome, Abby, Remy Lewis, Dennis Kagwa, Funny Lifestyle, Innocent Mugabi, Sechibule Ray, Andrew Subuga, Muongi Richard, Edrin, Mugalasi, Alec Isaac Wandera, Andrew Okaye, Asiku Patrick Kanso waffe. Tomorrow is question Friday. Kati ncha mubuuze ebibuuzo byammwe. Doctor nsubira doctor ajja kubeerako ojja kubaawo. Jeke holiday yaweddeko bannange. October, Mark W, Salmin Shagafu litegeeza ki? Maximian, Griffin, Jack M, Nsanji Phone Solutions, Preacher Joseph, Isaac M, Baguma Antonio, Solomon Namuli, Chiyinji Hakim, Joseph Barikudembe, Mr. Pliak Paikala, Paul Banaria, Tusime Daniel, Gerard Sonko, Banage mwebale ku engaging. And namwe abali mu Kamoli, I don't take you for granted. Thank you very much for taking the time to be part of us here. JK, Ben Kako, Mbuchi timing belt, Gerald Sonko. Someone bought a Primo UAQ at 9 million. It's possible. Moro kabazi said, atoyinzo gisanga abadde nungi nnyo naye mama. Anyway. Holiday part 2 starts 13th of Gomusamvu and ends 24th of Gomusamvu. Good morning, Dennis. Ono Dennis, jangu encha tukubuuza ebibuuzo bya pharmacy. Question Friday. Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow, Question Friday. Mubere bulungi mukama abakuume, and don't drink and drive. Don't overspeed. Ekipapula kya speed kya million. Yes. You get caught overspeeding, you pay 2 million. Ciao.